All right, so the tech world is in the middle of this massive, all-out gold rush for artificial intelligence. And believe me, it is forcing companies to make some truly shocking decisions. Let's dive right in.
So let's start with a question that, honestly, would have sounded completely crazy just a few months ago. I mean, think about Apple, right? They're famous for their walled garden, for controlling every single piece of their ecosystem. So why on earth would they suddenly open the gates to their biggest rival, Google?
And no, that's not an exaggeration. I mean, to put it bluntly, Apple has pretty much surrendered. They've given up on building their own AI. After trying and, well, apparently not succeeding with their own system, they're waving the white flag. And who are they turning to for help? Their biggest competitor. This is a huge, huge deal.
So here's the kicker. Google's AI, which is called Gemini, is going to be the new engine inside your iPhone. Now, it's not something you'll chat with directly, but it's going to be that foundational layer, the brain, that analyzes information and tells the system what to do. This partnership is just a stunning admission that Apple, for whatever reason, just couldn't keep up in the AI race.
But look, this trend is so much bigger than just Apple and Google. This whole AI revolution is becoming real, you know? It's starting to show up in the apps and gadgets we use every single day. Let's take a look at how this is actually playing out.
What's really wild is how quickly this is all starting to feel normal. Pretty soon you'll be able to just talk to Google Maps like you're talking to a person to get directions. And you see that in the middle? OpenAI, the ChatGPT folks, they now have an app on Android for making AI videos. And over on the right, Lenovo's rolling out smart glasses that literally project an AI display in front of your eyes for stuff like real-time translation. It's happening fast and it's happening everywhere. Now, all of this amazing software needs an absolutely insane amount of physical horsepower to run, and that is putting immense, and I mean immense, pressure on the companies that actually build the chips and the guts inside our devices.
And this really shows you what's happening. To keep up with all this AI software, the hardware has to evolve at a crazy pace. So Samsung just announced its new mobile memory, LPDDR6. You can just think of it as the super fast short-term memory for your phone. And get this, it's a full 40% faster than what's in our phones right now. And why? Just to keep up with the new processors and all the AI stuff happening right there on your device.
This intense focus on AI is also completely flipping company priorities upside down. I mean, take NVIDIA, the king of graphics cards. Gamers who've been waiting for the next-gen 50 series supercards, well, word is they're now delayed until the third quarter of 2026. And the reason is pretty simple. NVIDIA is making so much cash from the AI data center boom that gaming just isn't its main focus right now.
The kind of hardware being built for this AI boom it's mind-bending. ASUS just announced a new power supply for workstations that's rated for 3,000 watts. That's enough juice to run 4 of the most powerful graphics cards all at once, all for AI work. The power these things need is on a completely different level.
So this single-minded chase for AI isn't just changing what products get made, it's sending massive shockwaves through the market. We're seeing huge legal settlements and some very, very nervous investors.
A perfect example of this is the end of the 4-year war between Google and Epic Games, the company that makes Fortnite. It seems like with the tech giants so laser-focused on winning the AI race, they're just eager to put out other expensive fires. So Google finally settled. They're going to allow the Epic Game Store and third-party payments on Android everywhere. It's a huge concession, and it really shows you how much priorities have shifted in the age of AI.
But while some old battles are ending, there's this new fear growing among investors. In just 1 week recently, the Nasdaq stock market lost $1 trillion in value. Just gone.
And what caused that staggering drop? Well, it was a widespread fear that we are living in an AI bubble that is just about to burst. Investors are seeing these AI startups get billion-dollar valuations practically overnight, and it's giving them serious flashbacks to the dot-com crash. They're just worried the whole thing can't possibly last.
So, with all this money, all this talent, all this energy being poured into this one single area, it makes you ask a really important question. What about everything else? What's the hidden cost of this all-consuming AI gold rush? Okay, this slide right here really puts it all into perspective. You've got these hugely anticipated products just getting left in the dust. Remember the Tesla Roadster? Announced 8 years ago. It's still not here. People who put down 50 grand for a deposit are finally giving up and canceling their orders. And that includes the CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, of all people. And then there's Grand Theft Auto 6. Delayed. Again. We're now looking at late 2026, if we're lucky.
The GTA delays have become so legendary that even the developers of Cyberpunk 2077, and that's a game famous for its own messy launch and delays, are now publicly poking fun at Rockstar's timeline. You know it's been a long, long wait when your rivals start teasing you about it.
Which really brings us to this final, critical question. The entire tech industry is sprinting in one direction, chasing AI. And while that race is creating some incredible innovation, you just have to wonder, in this new world, what happens to everything else that gets left behind?